Okay.
Hey everybody, welcome to Start a List with Carol and Stacy. I'm Stacy,
I'm Carol.
and I'm laughing because we've been trying to get on this meeting for 10 minutes.
Yes, I have been making a fist, but I will
At your camera.
I will make a list next. But yes, it's crazy.
Technical difficulties, it happens.
Apparently, I had my camera still open in another app, and so I couldn't get on this app with it. So, but here we are now, and
Yay!
smiling and happy to be back. And,
Whew. We can't get it
yeah.
together lately. We've both had a lot happening and going on, and if I'm available, she's not available. If she's available, I'm not available. And so we're doing this real quick before we jump into our next activity.
Yes, yes. And yes, I'm still cleaning out. She called yesterday and said, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm cleaning out my garage now." And she goes, "Oh, Lord have mercy, you're always doing something." I'm like, I
She's
know.
always cleaning out something.
Yeah, but here's the problem. When I do one thing, it creates
Yeah.
another 5 activities. So
My sister and I have joked before that we'll start a project, then you get in the middle of that project, and then you start doing something else within that project. And then
yes.
now you've got 2 projects, and then neither one of them have been completed
Mm-mm.
yet. So, yeah, I'm
No.
guilty of that.
I mean, yeah.
But I just don't do
I
projects
think
now. I'm just leaving it.
I'm I'm on a mission to start 70 new things in my life.
I mean,
Because
I'm not
guess
waiting to
what?
show up at your house one day and there won't be anything left in it.
To clean out. Oh,
You'll just
but
be
here's
sitting
what
on the
happened.
couch and that's it.
No, but I keep getting I'll get a phone call or something and be like, "Hey, can I bring my so and so over there and store it?" And a truckload later, then
Yeah.
I've got more stuff to clean out. But
Well, I
anyway,
took some stuff to my parents. Their neighborhood had a yard sale yesterday and today. And so I took not much. I took a big area rug and a runner that I've had stored in my garage for 7 years. Why? I don't know. It's very nice
see,
for my other house, and I don't know why I was holding on to it, but it doesn't go with anything that I have now. And then a desk that belonged to Lewis, and I thought surely somebody will buy this. They'd had the worst turnout at this yard sale. I think they were aggravated.
aw.
It's a lot of work, and then you sit there. So now
Mhm.
I've got to go pick up the big stuff.
They're not
Um,
having it today.
yeah, they did, but there was like nobody there. I mean,
They
it's
still haven't sold it.
no. So I'm like, they just
Great.
finally called it off. They were like, we're going in. I mean, you can't sit
Would
there
you like
forever.
to would you like to bring it to me so I can shovel it around and
Yeah.
scoot it from
Well,
place
the
to
rug
place?
is really nice. It's from Lowe's. It's huge. It was in my other house. And I thought the rug and the runner together were only, I had 75 on it. And I said, I'll take 60.
Mhm.
That's a bargain. I'll
Yeah,
take her.
I might buy that for my den from you. So when you do go get it, swing by, let me look at it.
I will.
You may
It's
not
very
have
nice.
to.
It needs to be cleaned because it's been in the garage. It's been rolled up and it
That's
would need to be
fine.
cleaned. But I'm just like,
It'll give me something else to do. It'll give me another
another project.
project. Yep.
Shoo!
Well,
And I worked too much this week. That whole 2.5 days really got me.
no. Well, I have back to our reoccurring event. I definitely had an old person moment. I don't know if it was old or just worn out, but I overslept this morning. I was an hour and a half late to my shift. I'm
Oh,
like,
Lordy.
whoopsies.
I mean,
I was
they're
like,
just glad you came.
I walked in, I was like, "I'm so sorry." And I said, when I do something though, I like to go all out. So I want
Like, I didn't want to be 5 minutes late. I want to be an hour and a
15
half late.
no, not 15 minutes late, but man, I guess I needed that extra hour sleep. But
Well,
I was so embarrassed.
I
But,
feel very tired today because my allergies are acting up and I need to get I
yeah.
put drops in my eyes earlier, but they feel not itchy, just kind of heavy.
Oh yeah.
It's
Like
making this one
pressure
twitch.
or
Not so much pressure. Sometimes when my allergies act up, my eyes feel tired. Like,
Yeah.
like they just feel heavy and tired.
Yeah.
And
Well,
so that's it. But it's okay.
did you have an old person moment of the week this week?
Did I?
See, she doesn't remember. That's it. There it is.
I don't remember necessarily an old person moment of the week. I worked 2.5 days. And then I had the cleaners came, which I'm not complaining because I love my cleaners. And then I had to have the roof inspected. And then I did go get my nails done and run some errands. Grown up stuff that's boring.
Right. Well, I'm at this point in my this season of my life, it's not boring. It's becoming the norm.
Mm,
We are we're dealing with a lot with two. I'm trying to take care of two homes,
mm-hmm.
and my home, and then of course my elderly father's. And bless his heart, I guess his is just going to implode, and I'm going to have to rebuild it by hand.
Hammer and a nail.
I've been working. But anyway, it literally, I will go to his house and fix something or clean up something, and I'll find four more things wrong.
Mm,
But yeah, I was working on his garage cleaning out, and literally kept finding wet boxes. The boxes was moving around,
mm-hmm.
water was everywhere on the floor. I'm like, where is this water coming from? And there was a little old cooler sitting in there, and I thought, or an old like refrigerator, those little ones.
Right.
And I
Yeah.
thought,
Like a little
well,
tiny
maybe
one.
this, yeah. And I thought, well, maybe this had water in it. And I went, wait, not for 40 years in the attic. There's no way there's still water in this thing. So
Like
I'm looking
40
around.
years.
I finally looked up, and sure enough, there's water damage on the ceiling, water damage coming down the
Man.
walls. So I too had to have a roof inspector come out. And now, mind you, this is after we went to uh, Home Depot because Dad said, I've got a 30-year warranty. Guess what? It was only on the manufacturing of the shingles. So we didn't have a warranty to get a new roof. So now
Are the
Dad needs a
shingles
new
like
roof.
worn out? Or are they missing? Like if they've been blown
Yeah.
off in a
No,
storm?
they've been damaged, but it's over 20 years old. It's just he needs a new one. So
I don't know why that kind of stuff I think it's stressful, but you've handled it really
um,
well. Like we,
I don't know about that. I called her the other morning. I said, I'm leaving the country. She, she
I
goes,
just,
what happened now?
I just doing that kind of stuff. Number one, that's part of owning a home, which you don't own that home. Your dad does. You have to do upkeep and all that kind of stuff. But sometimes it's just like I don't want to do adult things. I told her I was like, let just cancel your subscription to all the adult responsibilities. Like,
Yes, yes. Let's do it. Where do I send me the link? Because I'm in to be out. And yeah, I'm like, can I see the manager on life activities? Because
I'd like
I've
to
got
speak to the manager. I got a
uh-huh.
comment card or 12.
Mhm. But yeah, I told her, I said, well, maybe we could print up some senior discounts on life. Because it has, the term they say, well, life keeps lifing. Well, at this juncture, the light at the end of the tunnel's been turned off. So
So I didn't know this, and I'm grateful that they told me. My mom and dad, they live in a neighborhood with a homeowners association, and they found out that the shingles on their roof are under a recall potentially. So the homeowners association has had to get involved and get a roofing company out there. You have to file a claim with the
oh,
what are they called? Roofing shingle company, whatever, because
mhm.
they're disintegrating too quickly is the problem. And
Oh,
nobody wants to have to replace their roof any sooner than possible because it's expensive. So
mhm.
then my sister had I think she had something done on her front porch. I can't remember. But she found out hers are the same brand. And I'm like, you've got to be kidding me because the same builder built my house. So I called to find out, like, hey, just I'm thinking maybe they just happened to use a different company with mine, right?
Oh,
But
no.
nope. So
No.
she gave me the name of a roofing guy, and he came the other day, and he was super nice, like the nicest guy. But I really thought, Lord, please don't let my roof, because then I'm like, then I got to start this claim process, and then they have to determine how much of it they're going to pay to replace, and then you have to pick up the rest of it, right? Like there's
Mhm.
still going to be money out of your pocket.
Yep.
Did a really good inspection, and they said mine did not look as bad as the ones they've been seeing.
Good.
So they didn't feel like right now the shingle company would, want to give me money to replace it. So he said, but let's check it again in 6 months to a year just to see how the wear and tear is. Because you can
Good.
only do it for 10 years, and we've got 3 more left. We've been here 7 years. But
Well,
I was just standing there going, come on, throw me a bone. I don't want to have to deal with all of this. I'm like,
I'm not Carol. I'm Stacy. I didn't
well,
mean
because
what
I
I
got to
said.
get a tree, still got to get the tree guy out here to cut down the big dead tree.
Ah,
Haven't done
don't
that
say
yet.
don't say the T word. Ah,
Well,
that's
I got to
another thing. I've got
contact that guy that you sent, see if he can give me a price on that big tree out back, because
yep.
we've had trees fall down several times lately, and it smashes the fence in the back, and then Perry has to get out there and fix it. Again, adult responsibilities that nobody wants.
Well, what's frustrating is like, okay, we all know we were all brought up. We all know there's adversity, there's going to be hard times, the
Yeah.
whole Mama said there'd be days like this song. But when it rains, it pours. It truly, now I'm like, I'm standing under buckets. Like it's not
Yeah.
just raining. And I guess I can't keep up with the, you know, or preventing
Yeah.
things from
Well, when you get in a
continuing.
house too that's that old, there's going to be something,
Right.
and
Well, poor thing. I mean, he had seen a mouse. I know y'all heard about that on a previous podcast. Dad had seen a mouse in the house, and so I called the exterminator to come out. Well, then that led to him getting insulation replaced, which led to getting the attic emptied into the garage, which led to the wet boxes, which has now led to the roof replacement.
yep.
And in the meantime, the toilet was running. I had a clogged toilet. I actually had a mouse in my toilet.
You
So
did?
I had a mouse in my toilet.
Was it,
So
ooh, gross, like a dead
now
one?
it was dead. And of course,
Ugh.
who's going to fish it out? Me.
Not
So
I, said the fly.
here we go. Well, what am I going to do? Watch it.
How did you find out you had a
What am
mouse
I
in your
going to do?
toilet? You didn't tell me
Resuscitate it?
that. What?
Am I going to try to
Little mouse
resuscitate it?
CPR? What?
Yeah.
Wait, how did you figure out there was a mouse in there?
Well, because I kept smelling something and I thought, what is that
Dude.
smell? Well, usually it's because someone hasn't flushed or something. And so I'm like, oh, I got to flush it. And there he is. And I'm
Floating?
like floating, like doing the side stroke. And I'm like, okay. So I
Ugh.
scooped him out, threw him in the front yard as far as I could throw him. But then,
Sorry.
oh, no, gets better. Then,
Woo!
then I had all my children here for the weekend, and then just mysteriously, it wasn't them, but mysteriously, the toilet's clogged. I did all the tips and tricks. I even bought the money back guarantee. If it doesn't work, you can have your money back. Well, I wouldn't drive back to Lowe's to get my $9. So, $150 later, now my toilet's unclogged because I had to call the plumber
Oh my
for
God.
my house. And then Dad tells me his toilet was, he said it sounds like a flute in there was going woo. I'm like,
God.
okay. So he had to have all the ball flap, all that junk replaced. So now we both have working toilets. So that's the good bright side. But yeah, it's
We
been a
had
lot of A
There's
lot.
just a lot. Like we said, start a list because, when you own a home, there's always something. And this has been years ago. We had not
Mm-hmm.
lived here too awfully long, maybe a couple years. And things always happen at the dumbest times. Like when it
Yeah.
not that it's ever convenient for your toilet to be backed up or whatever. Nobody's ever just like, "Oh, I can schedule my toilet to be backed up on Wednesday. I got time for that." It's always when you don't have time for it, right?
Right.
And it was a Saturday. Of course, everything breaks on the weekend when it costs
Mm-hmm.
triple to have it fixed.
Yeah. Or a Friday afternoon, right?
Yep.
It's 5 minutes till 5 by the time you find the phone number.
Yep. And when
So
when things
companies,
happen like that, you got to do it. You can't just sit around with it. And
yeah.
Lewis and Perry had planned to go up to Clarksville, which is about an hour away for the day. They had no more than left, and I can't remember what I was going to do that day, but I had something planned. Then I went into our bathroom. I went to the restroom, and then I started hearing like gurgling all throughout the house.
Fun.
And I'm like, that's weird. Now, we have a septic tank at this house, never have lived anywhere with a septic tank. So I start investigating because of this noise. I go into our guest bath in the hallway, and gross water has backed up into the bathtub. And the toilets
Mm.
are all the water is drained out of them, right? I
Mm.
have to get on the phone and call. I'm like, hey, I think you're going to need to turn around and come back. Luckily, they weren't too far down the road.
Mm.
We had to get that all done. Within the first 3 or 4 years of living here, our septic tank pump went out.
Didn't
And
you have
that
some
was,
drywall cracks or something?
no, not here.
Oh,
But we had to get the backyard dug up because they had run over the line from the house. The reason why it was backing up into the house when they built it, somebody ran over the line. So from the house to the septic tank, it had a big dip in it. So things were getting
oh
clogged up in there.
no.
We had to pay to get that fixed. And
Uh,
I think it was last year when it was the day of Lewis and Josie's wedding reception. Our AC quit working on a Saturday.
Congratulations. And I remember it was 100
It was
degrees.
so hot, and I was trying to get ready, and Perry was trying to fix it. We've had some issues like when we have storms, it'll trip a breaker on our AC unit.
I have the same
Okay.
issue.
And we need to have like a surge protector put in. That's also on the list. Everything costs money.
Yep. Just
And
had that done. My
okay.
garage.
Yeah. So
Whole new breaker panel.
oh my gosh. So we need to
Um,
do that. Well, something had gotten our thermostat that time, but I was so hot that day. I packed everything I had to get ready. And I went to my sister's where they had AC and left him to deal with it. Cause I swear it only happens on a weekend.
mhm. Yeah, I know. Well, I remember my children, bless their hearts, uh, they would always get the highest fever ever on
Hmm.
about Friday about 4 o'clock or Saturday mid afternoon.
When
And you,
nobody's open.
yeah, and either your option was the ER or a walk-in clinic
Well,
that
we
could,
didn't have as many walk-in clinics. Like now there's one on every corner. Back in the
right.
day, there wasn't very many.
And we'd have to wait and self medicate them and all the things. But yeah.
Ooh.
Well, I just I don't know. I think and everybody I'm talking to, they're like, and then I feel kind of ashamed. Like I don't want to complain. I know these things are happening and going to happen. It's just I'd rather spread them out. I don't
Yeah.
really.
In the back to back, you didn't ask for that
Yeah,
on your
I
subscription.
I don't want a solid month of it. Like, can we just have one a month? Give me a chance to take care of one before the next one comes. But like my poor sister-in-law, she's had tons of issues with her vehicle, and she was like, without it for a week and waiting around for it. And she had visited some close friends, and she's like, I'm dying of embarrassment. I'm like, what happened? And she said, brand new, right out of the bay. And I go to have dinner at their house and I leave a big black oil stain on their white concrete driveway.
Oh no.
And she had had the rear main seal replaced. And guess what?
Did they
It's
not put it on?
leaking.
Oh, it's
They
leaking
they
again.
it's leaking. It's either not sealed correctly or whatever. So now she's got to go be without her vehicle again. So she's just struggling with that. And
I
then
hate dealing with vehicle stuff too. I'm just getting a new
yes,
car. That's me. I'm
yeah.
like, oh, the tires need replaced. I'll just get a new one.
I know. I know. I've literally been kind of going, should I trade this thing? I have this tire pressure sensor light on. I'm like, no, I'm going to go get a different one. I mean, it's driving me nuts.
Yeah, I get
And
that. I hate dealing with car stuff too.
well, like I said,
Oh.
even
Grown up
though,
stuff, again, it's all adult responsibilities. When you're little, you're just like, I can't wait to be a grown up. That's blah, blah, blah. And then you get there and you're like, yeah, it's all.
well, I think I'm beginning to believe in the minions or the whatever the bad minions are, like bad minions or bad fairies. Like there's got to be a bad fairy somewhere because I'm getting whacked on the head with the bad wand. But yeah, I mean, like enough already.
The
And
bad
then
wand.
and then I'm all huffing and puffing and frustrated and overwhelmed and overstimulated. And then I'll get brought right back down. I had a close friend that she had been sick, and I finally saw her recently, and I was like, "Oh, how you doing?" She had been dealing with chemo, and she's like, "Well," she was driving one of the wheelies. She said, "Well, I got so weak from my chemo that I fell and broke my femur." And I'm like, "Oh," and I'm
Yeah, it's
sitting here upset about a
yeah.
mouse in my house, but
Well, it's all relevant. We definitely, both of us, to keep things in perspective, are very blessed and have zero reasons to be complaining. We're just being silly, like we always are.
my
And
son
dramatic and ridiculous.
and
All the words.
ridiculous,
All the
yeah.
words. That's
But
what makes us who we are. But,
yeah, and I did read something funny. It said, "No matter how bad things get, you can always make them worse."
yeah.
And I'm
I'm
like,
sure the people out there listening have dealt with or are dealing with some of the same exact things.
and it is it's the domino effect, y'all. And yes,
Well,
you
yours is double. You got a double track going because you're having to deal with, things with your dad's house and your house. And you get, like you said, you
well,
get one thing taken care of and then something else pops up. But
trees, water, and um
rodents.
any kind of yeah pests. Those are all. Oh, I forgot. We've got a groundhog family that had babies over in the backyard at Dad's house. He's like, "I'm gonna get my traps out and catch them and carry them off to the river." I'm like, "Dad,
The river.
call the exterminator. Like you're gonna fall and break your hip
Oh,
trying to
yeah.
carry a trap out there to catch groundhogs." But even though they're very cute, but really
We
now
had a
we have to.
family, a rabbit had babies in our backyard. Luckily, way in the back. Phoebe
Oh,
never discovered them. That's my dog. But every morning I'd go out with her and there'd be the mom and the daddy rabbits in the backyard and she would spot them. I was a nervous wreck till these rabbits got
oh,
gone. And because I didn't want her
yeah.
to get out there and hurt them and stuff. But,
And
they,
plus catch something from them.
well,
Like,
she catches, if it's out there, she catches it. Because she's always got a parasite or something. But yeah, that was it. We
oh,
didn't have groundhogs, but we have a mole problem in our yard. And I can't get rid of those either. And we have tunnels everywhere. And we've had this for I can't the past couple years. It's like there's an entire village of them in our front and backyard. And we've
maybe
set
that's why you're,
traps and we can't catch them.
that might be maybe why your trees are falling. They're just messing up the
Those
roots.
little, I mean, they're gross too. They're like little rodents.
Oh, and their
We've caught
noses.
a few, but I mean, like I said, there must be like a village of them. And the yard is lumpy from it, and it causes like dirt,
Mm,
little tunnels.
yeah, yeah.
Um, so
I
that's
don't know.
annoying. I don't know
That's
how to get rid of them. Any suggestions? I mean,
uh
we put the traps out, but my gosh, we need 800 of them to put out
well,
to
I was
catch
gonna
them
say how much area do they
everywhere. They're in the front yard, the
no, I
backyard.
mean the trap. Like
Oh,
you
they're
put a
not. They're
trap
like that big. But they're
And how
big
many?
metal spike things that you put in the ground, and then gets them.
Oh,
Like they go
okay.
underground, and then it set that you'll see if you've caught one. The trap pops up, and then
Oh, okay.
like I guess it snaps their neck. I don't know.
It's a nice. It's an underground mousetrap. Well, I
Basically,
panicked. I panicked and bought a box of mouse traps, and they're not nice ones. They're the instant kill ones. And
like you
my
put the cheese
poor
on.
the kind you put the cheese on, but they look like they're just
Mm.
plastic with a spring.
I hate
They're
that when
not
you
the
get one on one of those
traditional.
sticky traps. Lewis came down the stairs one time carrying one on a sticky trap, and it was like,
My dad
I
tried
was
to
like,
tell me. I know. He said, "Get the glue traps. Set the glue trap." I said,
"Ugh."
I cannot do that. I'd rather just do the instant out and you're
Yeah.
done." But
There's
I've
Phoebe. Hi,
been
darling.
hi, baby.
She's probably gonna want to go out here in a minute. She didn't do anything when I took her out earlier.
Well, I just got the industrial mouse traps and I tried cheese for 2 nights, nothing. Now there's peanut butter on there. I am determined. Y'all tune back in because I'm determined
Well,
to
maybe the
catch
one in the
this.
toilet. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to end soon.
Oh, she's
Maybe the
asking
one
to
in the toilet
go.
was it, and you already got it.
No, this was 2 weeks ago. The reason I know it's not, it must be the brother. It jumped from the hearth onto the couch while my daughter was up late one night eating a candy bar. And I'm like, great.
Oh Lord, she saw it.
She freaked out. She was
I would
like,
totally
Mom,
have freaked out too.
it was patting me, she said. Like it jumped up on the thing.
I had one
All
when we
right.
first moved here. Hold on, last story. Of course, we kind of live out, and the it's not the country anymore, but it's out. And when you move in somewhere new and the ground's been stirred up, I opened our pantry one morning getting ready for school, and I had bare feet, and a mouse ran across my foot, and I screamed so loud.
Uh-uh.
My husband and son were both in other rooms, and Perry goes, I literally thought, well, I've never heard you scream like that. Somebody has gotten in the house and has got a gun to your head. I was
Mm-hmm.
like, nope, just a mouse ran across my foot. But then we heard it go, excuse me, heard it go up the wall.
I know.
And then we have them in our attic as well. And I don't know how to get rid of them. I mean, we have little, I don't know. Every
You
now
have
and
to
then we find a
set
dead one up there.
You have to put, and that's what was wrong with my dad's house and mine. You have to put bait up there, then it runs them down away from their home. Now they are living in the house. Speaking of
Ugh.
rodents in the wall, my dad's, the outside of his house has some wood on it. A bird has cut a hole or pecked a hole about 6 inches wide and has gone down in the wood
Mm-mm.
between that and the wall. And now we got to fill that up with foam or something.
Ugh. Make sure all the animals are out though before you do
Well,
that.
I know I was banging on it, but my ladder wouldn't reach, and I wasn't about to
Mm.
get on a ladder. But anyway, so we hope you all have enjoyed this uplifting episode, and we'd like for you to add to some of your comments, send us some of your comments about crazy things, domino problems that you guys have experienced, because I know we are not alone.
Oh, definitely not alone. That is for sure.
All
Well,
right.
thanks again for tuning in to season 2 of Start a List.
All
And
right.
Miss Carol's going to take us out.
All right. Remember, don't make a fist. Start a list.
All right,
If
guys.
you
See you next time.
hang on, I got one more thing.
Yeah,
If
sorry.
you fall down 7 times, stand up 8.
Cheers.
All right. See you next time.
Bye, guys. Ah.